Hello, hello, hello. I am Dana Malone, your Oklahoma Cannabis Paralegal. I am a paralegal with Bridie and Associates in Tulsa. We do cannabis law. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about your waste. There has been suspensions happening, and waste is one of those things that people are either not aware of how to take care of it, or they just think, oh, I'll get to it later. Well, guys, we can't get to it later. We need to take care of it at that time. OMMA is taking infractions, what used to be something that they would give you time to cure. They're taking these infractions during inspections and labeling them as posing a public health and safety risk, and this gives them the authority to suspend your license and start a revocation process. I'm not joking. So I'm going to go through some of the things I've seen that OMMA has been dinging licensees on. Storing waste on top of an unlocked waste receptacle, not having a waste log. Logging waste into metric and not having a waste company pick up any waste from the business within 90 days of logging waste into metric. Presenting a blank waste log to the inspector during inspection after logging waste into metric. These are all violations. They may seem, like no big deal, but they are violations. They are noting in these suspensions that whole medical marijuana plants that are flowering are comprised of more than seeds, roots, stems, stalks, and fan leaves, and therefore contain portions of which must be designated as medical waste, medical marijuana waste, and they cannot be disposed on site. Disposal of medical marijuana waste is required to be done through an OMMA licensed medical marijuana waste facility, and disposal of medical marijuana waste through any other means is a violation of 63 OS subsection OAC 442:10-5-10A and OAC 442:10-9-6B. Failing to record and dispose of medical marijuana waste through a licensed medical marijuana waste facility is a violation of OAC 442:10-5-10A and OAC 442:10-5-10B, as well as OAC 442:10-9-6B and OAC 442:10-9-9A. OMMA, in all instances that I have seen, and I've seen enough, is stating in every infraction that the suspension of licenses that each of these infractions have occurred, that they pose a public health and safety risk. Now, that's how they're getting these suspensions granted and getting them to head towards revocations. They are saying everything poses a public health and safety risk. So if you are up for an inspection, you guys need to get it together. You must log all of your waste in. You must have the waste companies come pick up your waste. I'm seeing on Facebook that people are trying to find a waste company in Northeast Oklahoma. Well, unfortunately, there's none in Northeast Oklahoma. You just have, there's only 11. So you need to pick one and call them. You can't wait until one just pops up. You only have 90 days from the time you put it in metric to dispose of it properly. So, now, if you get a suspension, if for some reason they're able to hold that suspension, OAC 442:10-5-3.2 provides that a medical marijuana commercial license shall not be issued to, renewed, or held by a person who was involved in the management or operation of any commercial licensee that after the initiation of a disciplinary action has had a medical marijuana license revoked, not renewed, or surrendered during the 5 years preceding submission of the application, and for any of the following violations: unlawful sales or purchases, any fraudulent acts, falsification of records, or misrepresentation to the authority, medical marijuana patient licensees, caregiver licensees, or medical marijuana business licensees. When they say falsification of records, that means your company records as well. So if you're kind of fudging on them, which you should not. And again, this is not legal advice. This is strictly what I am seeing out there. So I just want everybody to know, I am not a lawyer and I cannot give you legal advice, but I can tell you what I'm seeing, and I'm reading to you what their words are. So going on, any grossly inaccurate or fraudulent reporting, threatening or harming any medical marijuana patient, caregiver, medical practitioner, or employee of the authority, knowingly or intentionally refusing to permit the authority access to premises or records, using prohibited hazardous substance for processing in a residential area, criminal acts relating to the operation of a medical marijuana business, or any violation that endangers public health and safety or product safety, including but not limited to failure to test medical marijuana or medical marijuana products in accordance with these rules, failure to assist in a recall or embargo, or failure to adhere to any order or directive by the authority that may endanger public health and safety. So the way they are wording it is, you must follow the statute, you must follow the regulations, and you must follow them to the letter. There's not any more give and take. We're seeing where they're not giving you the, when you have an inspection, you don't get a copy of the inspection sheet anymore. Even though at the bottom of the inspection sheet, which they're in the process of changing, it states that you get a copy. They're not allowed to give you a copy. They're also not allowed to answer your questions. They're not allowed to give you the ability to cure the problem. Used to, you have, and I do believe it's in statute, because my attorney and I were talking about that this morning, is that it's in the rules that you have 30 days to cure an issue. They're not allowing that anymore. So they're coming for your license. That's all I can say is, if you commit an infraction, you need to be worried. If you have had an inspection and your inspector has dinged you, you need to be worried. So all I can say is, go through your records, Get the inspection checklist off of the OMMA website. Go through that entire thing and make sure everything's cleaned up. Make sure you have a lock on your waste receptacle. That's the rule. You have to have a lock on it. Make sure you don't put stuff on top of it. Make sure you have a waste log, and that when you have waste, you put that on there. Make sure you don't dispose of any waste on your property. You know, as what I stated, we got to do better, guys. We've just got to do better. Again, my name's Dana Malone. I'm your Oklahoma Cannabis Paralegal. I'm at Bridie & Associates. My number is 918-900-0470. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. Excuse me. You can call me or you can comment where you see this video. Have a wonderful day. Happy 420.